Someone asked for a workshop tour. Here it is. First thing to say is that this is actually the basement of the hostel that I run in Dilijan, Armenia. It's not ideal having your workshop inside the utility level of a shared building with loads of guests running around, but it is what it is at the moment, and here it is. This is my bike shed, stroke workshop, stroke storage facility, stroke, the list goes on. Well, let's start in one corner, shall we? So, as you might have noticed, this is a little bit of everything. We've got some welding equipment, we've got some random glass windows, we've got some woodworking equipment. This is one of my favourite things in this workshop. It's a Soviet-era jointer, which for the uninitiated is basically a tool that you use to prepare wooden boards for joining together. So you can get perfectly flat surfaces and perfect 90-degree edges. This is very handy. Cuts wood and aluminium at perfect angles. And I'm going to use it soon to chop some camping mattresses up so we can see what's inside them, but that's for a future video. Moving on, the workbench, which is not big enough and always dirty, and I'm always in the middle of a project, and I'm sure anyone with a workshop will be familiar with this conundrum. It's a dynamic situation, basically. This is the current status of me trying to chop the rear bumper off my Land Rover. This is how many cutting discs I've worn out, stack of new ones. We've got all like basic stuff up here, just basic tools, really. The reason I have all this stuff, if you're wondering, is because I bought this old house with my wife about 5 years ago, and it quickly became clear that if we wanted it to be nice and finished and renovated, then we'd have to do most of the work ourselves. So the first thing we did was convert the old basement into a workshop, and pretty much everything we've done in the last half decade in terms of improving this building, which is now a hostel, and also getting our own cabin next door up and running, has started in this room. So this is like the junk end. This is where all the stuff I don't quite know what to do with goes. Jackets, solar panels, random bits of pipe, wood, bucket of junk scrap metal, I don't know why that's there, half a chair, pressure washer, some bike stuff that I never use. We get a little bit more organised in this direction. We've got the electrical shelf, the plumbing shelf, which has some electrical stuff on it as well. Boxes of assorted junk. This box is the box full of things that attach things to other things. I have no idea what's in that one. That's a coffee machine. We've got some screws and some nails here. Stuff for removing stuff from other stuff, like sandpaper and scrapers. Loads and loads of dyes and glues and jars of random adhesive and things like that. We've got all the paint and the varnish up here. Got all the painting equipment down here. This is kind of my slightly overflowing Land Rover maintenance equipment dumping ground. This is all tools and spare parts for a Land Rover. This is my wife's shelf where she keeps whatever she feels like keeping here. There's some more car parts up here, some like half-finished ventilation projects that we haven't installed yet. God, it's making me anxious just looking at it all. More car parts. It's actually a camping stove in there, that's cool. Some shock absorbers, dampers, sorry. Yep, more bike stuff, more car stuff. That's more like travel stuff for the car. There's an entire new rear bumper for a Land Rover Defender there, and a complete air conditioning system for a 1996 300 TDI Defender, should you want it. I don't need it. And then this is like the outdoor corner, which is basically all of my camping gear, outdoor gear, backpacks, you name it. It's in there somewhere. It's also got labels. This is really quite organised for me. Gardening tools are usually right here next to the door, but at the moment, most of them are actually up in the garden. Yeah, oh, there's my bike. The thing that actually matters for any bike shed is not actually in the bike shed. I mean, someone asked to see this shit. Like, don't complain that this video is boring. This is what you wanted. Tune in next time for something slightly more interesting.